Can you just introduce yourself and tell us who you're from and a bit about why you're here today, please?
I'm with Kimmage Development Studies Centre. My name's Eoin O'Donnell and I'm a graduating master's student. We're here today basically to engage with people who've come in relation to volunteering and who might feel like they need to advance their training or their skills through the range of courses that Kimmage are offering, really.
And did you do your BA with Kimmage as well, did you?
No, didn't. I have a BA in business and postgrad in journalism, so it's kind of Kimmage is kind of well renowned for, as well as doing the BA course, but also getting a very diverse group of people from all different backgrounds, professions, countries, nationalities, and bringing them together to teach them a very critical thinking perspective on development. Yeah.
And what are the courses you have in Kimmage again?
What are the courses? Yeah. We have the MA, we have the BA, but that's not happening on Kimmage campus. It's happening in Maynooth, through Maynooth. Kimmage is very much aligned with Maynooth, and every year increasingly so. And there's other evening modules like political economy of environment and development, introduction to political economy, humanitarian emergencies, understanding development, public health and emergencies. And throughout the year, throughout each academic year, there's all types of different courses and events happening through Kimmage DSC, so that's it really.
Yeah, what is it? It's you do a BA in international development, I think, and it's run between yourselves and NUI and Maynooth,
yeah.
but it's on the Maynooth campus.
Yes.
And you have a master's degree, I think, don't you? And,
the master's, and that's still on Kimmage. That's still on the Kimmage campus at the moment. Yeah.
And you have even classes as well, don't you?
And as I said, the list of courses I just mentioned are the evening courses happening at the moment. Yeah, but part-time people and people who just want to attend modules once off, they're also free to attend. They're also free to attend modules happening on the MA course. So people on the MA course, they're not separated from people who just want to come and see what a particular module is all about.
Yeah, I know Rob Callahan, the director of the centre.
Yeah.
Just to finish up, if people who aren't here today at this event want to find out more about you, what's your website or contact details?
The website is it's kimmagedsc.ie, and if anybody goes onto the website and gets any of the contact information, no matter who answers the phone at Kimmage, they'll be able to tell you everything you need to know about the courses and essentially why it's such a good place to find out what's going on in development, or to learn more on top of what you might already know or even think you know.
And now I'm talking to Mary McGarry, the International Programme Manager for Habitat for Humanity. Mary, how's it going? Mary, could you tell us, I've done interviews with a lot of development NGOs in the last few years, but I haven't interviewed yourselves yet. Could you tell us who you are, please?
Habitat for Humanity is an international organisation. We're a non-profit housing organisation that helps families living in poverty to gain access to their own home. We have various projects and programmes in different countries. We're in 70 countries worldwide. Habitat for Humanity Ireland has been in existence since 2002. So I suppose we have a small programme in Dublin working with Dublin City Council, renovating homes, and people on the housing list have been able to access a home through that, but it's quite a small project at the moment. What I'm here today for is to share information with people and about our overseas programme. So we're in 70 countries, as I said, and we will be sending teams of volunteers overseas to help to build and provide funds for the homes for our families. We have a schools programme which involves TY students, 16 to 18 year olds, and then we also they can go on the Easter Youth Build also, or we also have university programs. We're working with some universities to send teams, and also the general public. So our main focus would be in Romania and in Zambia. We have an Orphans and Vulnerable Children programme, which receives some funding from Irish Aid, and the volunteers' donation goes towards match funding for that. So basically we're looking for people to sign up to go to the Philippines or Zambia in the 2017. And there's also a women's build in India next spring. So.
And just to finish, you build houses in Northern as well, do you?
No, we don't build them. We receive houses. We have received them in the past from Dublin City Council, so they'd be a partner of ours, and we renovate them. So, and then people who are on the list, on the housing list with Dublin City Council, have been able to apply. Currently, we don't have any projects at the moment there, so we're still working with Dublin City Council on hopefully get some more properties in the future.
All right, for the people who weren't here today at this volunteering fair and you want to find out more about it, could you give us your website address, please?
Sure, it's www.habitatireland.ie. We are also based in the Liffey Trust Centre, and people can go onto the website for more information, or they can email me on mary@habitatireland.ie.
Now I'm talking to Caroline O'Connor from UCD Volunteer Overseas. Caroline, I heard great reports about this over in UCD. Could you just tell us what you do, please?
Yeah, so UCD Volunteers Overseas is a registered charity based at UCD. We offer volunteering and development education opportunities for students, staff and graduates of UCD. We also have team leader roles which are open to external people from UCD. So if you're a teacher, a doctor, a nurse, or you have a particular skill or profession, we're open to receiving applications from you. We send volunteers to 5 countries: India, Haiti, Nicaragua, Tanzania and Uganda, and they participate in a 1-year programme with 4 weeks overseas in each of the locations.
All right, and how long are you going over there doing this?
Yeah, so UCDVO was started in 2003 by Father Tony Coote, the former chaplain of UCD. So we've been running projects every year since 2003. So over 1,300 volunteers have travelled since we started in 2003, and our numbers continue to grow. We send on average 140 volunteers every year on projects.
So are you kind of like I didn't go to college in UCD. Are you kind of well known in UCD?
Yeah, we would be quite well known, but with everything at university, there's a strong turnover of students starting and students leaving. So we're constantly promoting ourselves to new incoming students so that they have the understanding of the volunteering opportunities throughout their time at university. We're based in the international office in UCD, so the lower ground floor of the main restaurant building, we have an office. We also have a very active student society on campus who are involved in promoting volunteering and development education activities.
Give us your website address, please.
Yeah. So if you want more information about UCDVO, you can check out www.ucdvo.org. We're also very active on social media, so facebook.com/UCDVO, and our Twitter handle is @UCDVO.
And now I'm talking to Pierre Klein from ATD Fort Worth. Pierre, how's it going? Could you tell us why you're here today, please?
Well, ATD Altogether in Dignity is really a volunteer-based organization. So we have local volunteers who support us in the local projects, but also every project has a few what we call members of the ATD International Volunteer Corps. These are volunteers who decide for a certain amount of time, maybe 1 year, maybe more, just to join our project and be full-time engaged with them. So here today at the Irish Aid Volunteering Fair, we're just explaining what this volunteer corps is about.
Yeah, and if people want to, I was talking to you recently at the Global Goals International Day. What did you think about that day?
Well,
good.
Yeah. Well, we are really happy to organize events to promote the Sustainable Development Goals And the day in Dublin was very interesting because on one side we put together NGOs from the development sectors and from the poverty local sector, community sector, and this was really great. On the other side, we spoke to a lot of people walking, passing by in Grafton Street, and we really realized that there was, for now, no ownership of the Sustainable Development Goals. There is still a big work to do. And today, too, we try to do this in having posters and leaflets about the global goals.
If people want to go abroad volunteering, are they able to go abroad with yourselves, yeah?
Yes. We have around 100 projects in 40 countries all around the world. The way we do it is that we invite people first to volunteer for a certain amount of time to be discussed in Dublin, so that they get to know the spirit and the way the organization develops projects, its approach. I would say it's leave no one behind approach. And then after, there is just a conversation about where and how full-time volunteers can support one team overseas.
Okay, Pierre, I know you are very active in social media. Can you just give us your social media contact details, please?
Yes, so just we have a website, atdisland.ie, and I think from this website you will find every contact and detail. So I say it again, www.atdisland in one word.ie.
So Lámha Suas is a small organisation. We work in a rural village in Uganda called Mhuin. We're primarily concerned with the education of girls and young women. So to that end, we work in 2 primary schools. We bring volunteer teachers out in the summer to work in those primary schools. We also have a scholarship program for 2 girls to finish secondary school, a girl to do teacher training in college, and we're sending 2 girls to university as well. We also have a safe motherhood program to educate expectant mothers on safe birthing practices and to advocate that they have their babies in a clinic with midwives where they can get proper help as opposed to at home. We're just a very small organisation. I'm a school teacher here in Dublin, so I run Lámha Suas in my time off. We go to...
You set it up, did you?
Yeah, I did, yeah. I set it up in 2010. I'd spent 5 years previous going out in the summers with another organisation, and I just saw a bit of a niche, I suppose, for education. That would be my main concern with me being a primary school teacher. So we set up in the district of Mhuin, which has a very poor education record in Uganda. And our main concern then is girls, as I said, because girls are more likely to drop out of school, but I think it has a greater impact when the girls are educated. So that's what we're trying to do.
That's great. I'm sure it sounds like you do great work. Could you just give us your the organisation's contact details if people want to find out more, please?
Yeah. Well, you can look us up on our Facebook page, which is Lámha Suas, or we have a website which is www.lavasuas.ie, or you can contact me, Deborah Sheeran 13 @gmail.com.
Joe, just build at the reach. Can I find out the Raidió Kunstag Aire last to the first new? I guess like a kind of just for law and you were fashion.
Well, in the Raidió go Jerfa, Harvey Samuel, agus Tív na Cursi Forbehe der Ashinta, agus Diaspora, agus tá mé sa fast to Steve Bidger, Tree no Kervi, agus Dolan me Cludgemore, Steve na Ruddy der Ashinta, agus na Cursi Forbehe der Ashinta, agus Feckham the Ober, agus na Sar Ober Tangenta, Champlain Crin, agus Cumaile Shin, na Daniel Lig sa Foreign, run étrathe ag gobar go dtíon déile ar son na duchlannaí thlear.
An raibh sim a got gcuirsaí le forbartha idirnáisiúnta sula fórú an post?
Le bhí anraigh, ní ró sam agam nuair bhí mé sa manscoil, bhí mé ag an am sin bhí mé ag fólam tíreolaíocht agus na cuasaí tíreolaíocht ní ró an sonraí agam ag an am ach tá na sonraí agam inis agus na sonraí mar hampla 6 milliún duine tíomh míad an cantar a haon suas an 8 milliún duine gan idithas thlear fásta agus tá na hibhrethe agus na sonraí thar a bheith soléir agus tíam agus tífi mé na duchlan agus na míhaantaisí a tair an chláir ama an seach tá na déanra ag éirí suas tá na deacreachtaí i Africa ag éirí suas agus na duine ag trid agus na duine ag trid mar hampla South Sudan agus Yemen agus Syria agus tá na rudaí thar a bheith deacar agus tíam na deacreachtaí atá róin.
Lear mé leat ag lá na Africa heol tú é roinnt míon ó hen. An bhfuil mór an ólas a gut a faoi na SDGs
Kense hu mé go dtí an summit humanitarian summit í Istanbul leis an uachtar an Michael D. Higgins agus sin an céad úr a bhí me sé choranúil maidir leis an SDGs, bhí mé Eoireach an seach an siú hart agus tháinig mé na chláir atá an SDGs go dtí fiche trotha agus gobar na deacreachtaí an chláir agus an beidir an clochas mór a fadgerin is tí sa fásta sé an idithas ar an taobh na man, taobh na duineáige agus na gursirí agus tháinig mé an obair golará i Kampala agus Karamoja nuair a bhí mé i Uganda coppla mí ó hen agus nuair a bheith seans ar na gursirí nó na cealaní áige ag fólam agus ag golisteas na rudaí idithas beidir go bheith seans mór an dearfa maithan seo.
Just mar ocail scór an bhfuil cúpla focail ará faoin lá seo.
Hannig mé coppla bomuide hen agus tá mé ag súil go mór chasalin na daine leis na éigeachtaí agus na daine ag obair go dteonathe a thlear agus go háirí i Africa agus beidir go bheith cursaí fólama a rís san anad caiislinn a chlíthe agus beidir go bheith seans agam chasalin na daine agus tá mé ag súil go mór agus tá mé ag súil go mór éisteach le na daine tá mé séarmach toras haon agus tá mé ag fólam achan lá sa fástúr agus tá mé ag súil go mór leis na eagreachtaí agsúla a chaú agus ag buú le chéile.
Agus tá fios bhaid teachtar chuid gweag go maithú. Go mé go teá.
Go neanahhaid gur mé.